So today I'm going to stay in my lane a little bit. I'm going to talk about race issues which deal specifically with me. And I'm talking about the Hapa community, a growing community online which I've kind of been introduced to a few times over the past few months. I first got introduced to it over social media. I had somebody reaching out to me after they saw my podcast and they wanted me to come on to their podcast to talk about my experiences as a Hapa. And after doing a little bit of research into it, I decided it just wasn't my thing. It's not something I'm interested in at all, so I declined it. But it started to gain a little bit more attention recently due to a video by the popular YouTuber community channel, Natalie Tran, who did a video kind of related to the Hapa community, but she focused on the white male Asian female aspect of this. Whereas if you go to the actual Hapa subreddit, they describe Hapas as a Hapa community devoted to providing a safe space for Eurasians to discuss the unique challenges of being children of white fathers and Asian mothers. Now, in the description, they say Eurasians, but from what I understand, it's really grown past that. So it's really anybody who's a child of a white father and an Asian mother. Now, what you'll find pretty quickly is that they're basically social justice warriors with a little bit of men's rights activists sprinkled on top. These are men who are very bitter and resentful towards the world because life just isn't going how they expect it to. Now, one of my big problems with the Hapa community is that it creates this mentality of men who think that something has been taken away from them. And this primarily is women. And this takes a couple forms. The first form is that Asian women prefer to date white men and that this is inherently a problem. Take this clip, for example.
Well, you want to say it or should I? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we met at the Asian Society in school, and we've been in love ever since.
Went to an anime convention and thought she was dressed up as one of my favorite anime characters. But then she told me she worked in the convenience store.
He looks like one of those guys on TV. So I said, why not?
I just really like Asian girls.
Yeah, I guess I do. No.
Now, as stereotypically true as some of those examples may be, it still has the implication there that something is wrong. That because women who look like you are attracted to men you don't like, or you don't think they should like, that there's some sort of problem here. Or take this example with a post titled, White Male Asian Females on the Tyra Banks Show. Asian women discuss why they prefer to date white men, and Asian women admit to fulfilling a fantasy role for white men. Again, with the entitlement of women who look like you. For whatever reason, because they're attracted to men you don't like, for reasons you don't like, you now think you're entitled to them. You now think you're entitled to try and change their thought process, change their rationale for why they're attracted to certain men. Why not just acknowledge that this is a panel of 3 or 4 women? 3 or 4 fish in the larger ocean of women that you can catch. The second problem with this type of mentality and the real social justice warrior-y part of it is that it takes the blame from the self and pushes it onto the external. White women don't like Asian men in the Hapas community because of the media. The media has taught white women not to like Asian men. It's not that they're just not attracted to them for whatever reason. No, it's that they've been trained by the media. They've been trained by TV and film not to find them attractive. As if I watch a movie or a TV show with a dumb blonde and I go out into the world and start projecting that onto every blonde I know. No, instead I watch that TV show, I watch that movie and acknowledge that it's fake. It's not real. That dumb blonde is a character. If I see a hot blonde, I'm still attracted to her. The media in no way controls that. And how do you even know why you're being turned down? I've been on dates that didn't work out. It's not a fun process to go through, especially in a day and age where there's no real resolution. People can just ghost on you and stop texting you. But when you approach a girl and you get turned down, how do you immediately just jump to race? How do you know it's not that you came off looking like a creep, or you're just not that attractive, or you're just not fit enough, or your sense of style is off? There are any number of reasons why a girl could turn you down. But instead, you jump to, well, she must be a racist, she must not like Asian men, and it's probably because there's not enough Asian representation on Netflix. The result of this is weak, jealous, and entitled men. And weak, jealous, and entitled men are people men don't want to be around and women don't want to be around. And whether they realize it or not, here are a few examples that show just how much of this jealousy and insecurity plays out within their subreddit. I was on a date with a white female tonight. Had dinner at a sushi restaurant, unfortunately. White male, Asian female couple our age too comes in 10 minutes later, and all the tables that are free, they decide to sit near us. Asian female facing us, white male looking away. Fuck you. It was so distracting, even more so when I saw out of the corner of the eye that the Asian female was eyeing us up. That kind of look. Oh no, that can't be an Asian male with a white female. Insecure much? If Asian women really choose white men because they are more masculine than Asian men, then how come every other white man I see with an Asian woman is some lanky nerd, short or bald, etc.? The average white male Asian female couple I see consists of some white guy who is not the picture of masculinity. Usually it's some short, balding white guy, or a nerdy, lanky 6'5", 170-pound, pasty, pale white guy with a scraggly pubic hair beard, thick glasses, and a greasy ponytail wearing JCPenney clothes. It's ironic. An Asian girl I went to high school with said she doesn't date Asians. Fast forward a few years, she frequently posts sensational articles on Facebook that focuses particularly on the discrimination of Asians and claims to promote her Chinese heritage. Number of Asian guys she dated since high school? 0. Yeah, because you can't have any opinions on racial issues related to Asians unless you actually date Asians. Anyone notice how it's Asians working in Silicon Valley and Asians making the products, but all these Christmas adverts by Amazon, Google, etc. keep using these completely average-looking black guys, often with a white woman, as the face of their propaganda campaigns? I mean, really, what the fuck is up with this? It's like the less you contribute, the more you get. After all, there's got to be at least 50 times as many Asians working in Silicon Valley than blacks, and a million times the number of Asians actually producing the products, made in China after all. Yet why, for some weird reason, do these companies keep promoting these completely average-looking black guys who offer nothing than being black and male? Here's one of my personal favorites. Seriously, learn how to stand up for yourself. This past Sunday, I was at the gym just minding my business, doing sets of tricep pushdowns. In between sets, some dude walks up to me and proceeds to try to take the bar I was using. Didn't even ask if I still needed it. I thought I was getting punked or something, because what normal person would be this rude? So I told him I still needed the bar and that I only have a few more sets left. Then the dude casually says, "Do you really need this angle bar? Couldn't you just use the rope?" At this point, I was getting pissed. Is this a YouTube prank or something? So I snatched the bar back and said, "What the hell is the matter with you? Get the fuck out of my face." Then the dude just walked away. Here's the thing. This is not about having to use a rope versus an angled bar, because there's not that much of a difference when doing triceps. The problem lies in how rude and disrespectful the guy is. I don't think he would have pulled something like this on some big gym bro. Most likely, he thought he can get away with messing with an Asian guy. And here's where becoming too woke affects your game. Flirting with white individuals after becoming woke. Anyone find it harder to flirt with white people after getting woke? I found that hooking up with white females was a lot easier when I lived in blissful ignorance. After reading about our issues, I can pick up on a lot more of the problematic behavior and comments that come from white people. It's harder to spit game when my mind is distracted by thinking about race issues, lol. It might seem counterintuitive, but you probably had more confidence before you were woke. Now you're going into every single interaction with preconceived opinions and assumption about who you're interacting with based entirely on your race. It's not going to help you. Or how about this white male Asian female couple where the white male surprises his girlfriend with a BMW M3 for Christmas? One of the commenters chimes in and says, if she had married an actual hardworking, kind Asian American, she could have gotten a new BMW instead of a 20-years-old piece of junk. How's that gold digging working out for you? And the racism within this subreddit shows its true colors with posts like this. Cute couple story. Asian male football coach proposes to white female choir teacher in front of their students. Yes, it's such an issue when Asian women are attracted to white men. But when Asian men get the white woman, well, that's just a cute couple story. And that's my real problem with this community. The result of their jealousy and insecurity is racism. When the Asian female gets the white male, that's problematic behavior that needs to be corrected. But when the Asian male gets the white female, well, that's a cute couple story. That's a victory. But when they get turned down by the white woman, it's white America. It's the racist media. It's everything but personal shortcomings. And with that, I leave you with one of the mods of our Hapas, Eurasian Tiger, in Natalie Tran's video giving his own non-racist solution to the problem of racism in America.
But all of that was a result of my insecurity and self-hatred because I saw him as being, he should be lower than me. Why is he more popular than me? I'm half Asian, I'm half white. Why is he more popular than me? Well, the solution, the honest to God solution is that there's an end to racism, period. But it's not going to happen. And to be honest, white man, Asian woman is not going to make it any better. White man, Asian woman is not going to make it any better. White man, Asian woman is not going to make it any better. White man, Asian woman is not going to make it any better.